During this tutorial video, we will have a look how to create a new blank document, and also we have a quick look at the user interface. Now that you have downloaded and installed CorelDRAW X6, you can start using it. Fire it up by double-clicking the CorelDRAW Paint icon found on the desktop. This is the welcome screen. On the welcome screen, you will see on the right there is a tab menu. There's a quick start tab, what's new, learning tools, gallery, and updates. You can find the same menu on the left. Most of the time you'll be using the quick start menu, so let's click on it. This will now open something that looks like a book. There's a left hand side and right hand side, so let's have a look. On the left hand side you will find information about your recent documents, so it's been divided into 3 different sections. In this particular section you will see the visual picture of your document. There's going to be some information about the document, and here's the list of the recent documents. So if I go on this one, it will display the actual image and some information down below. On the right hand side you'll find the 2 options. You can start a blank document, or you can create a document for templates. For now we'll create a blank document. To create a new document, you will have to set up some settings. As I move through all of these options, have a look at the description down below. It actually describes what each field should do. So the name, we'll name it Tutorial 1. Now as you go down the list, there's a lot of options you can set, but most important is the size. So you can choose the size of your document. There's quite a few preset values. Let's use A4 for now. Also, if you want, you can put custom values. In that case, go custom and then type in your values. Let's go back to A4. Now you can set up number of pages. For this tutorial we'll just use 1 page. When it comes to primary color mode, you have 2 options. Leave it at the default, and the rendering resolution will leave it at 300 dpi. So to create a new document, just click OK now. This is what a new blank document looks like. In the middle of your screen is your work area. The size of your work area has previously been specified in the setup of the new blank document. This work area actually represents your documents. Although you can create some artwork outside of your work area and then put it back into your work area, if you have anything outside of your work area, that will not be considered as part of your product. So when you try to print that particular project, the artwork and all the drawings outside of the work area will not be printed. So at the end, try to keep all of your work, all of your artwork and all of your drawings inside the work area to make sure that everything gets printed. Moving to the top of this window, you will find the title bar. In the title bar, there's the name of the software you're using, its version, and within the brackets there's a statement that's actually saying that we're still using the trial version of the software. The next segment is the title of your project or document. Since we have not saved this document yet, all we get is the name of the document. Once we have saved the document, the actual location of the document will be stated here, so it makes it a bit easier for you to find your document. Now moving all the way to the left, you will find a new document button. If you click on this button, you will create a new document. Next to it, you will find the open button. If you click on this button, you will open an existing document. Now the next couple of buttons are the buttons you are probably more familiar with. There is the save button, print button, cut button, copy and paste. There is an undo button and a redo button. Now the next couple of icons I'm going to skip for now and come to this one here. If you click on this, you will go back to the welcome screen. Moving down, and you will find the property bar. Now this bar is very important and you'll be using it a lot. Basically what it does, it displays properties and some information about a particular tool you're using or an object has been selected, or in this case, this page here. Now the properties of this page have been displayed because I do not have any objects to select on my page, and also I have not selected any of the tools in my tools menu. So let's have a look at the properties of this page. As you remember, we have set the size of our page to be A4. We can easily change this by selecting any other size. Also, if we want a custom size, we can type in the numbers here. Now we are currently working in millimeters as our units. We can easily change that to points, pixels, centimeters, and so on. Now the next thing to the right is the notch distance, and next to it is the duplicate distance. Now when you're duplicating an object, there should be some distance or a space between the original object and the duplicated object. This is basically what this does. As a default, it's set to 5 mm in both X and Y directions. Below the property bar is the ruler. So if we go all the way to the left, we'll come to the tools menu. This is where all the tools you'll be using to create, modify and edit your artwork are located. Now we'll spend a lot of time explaining some of these tools here, but for now just remember that the tools menu is located on the left. Going all the way to the bottom and you'll find the status bar. Now the status bar does not provide a lot of information. However, some of the information that you can see here is, well, if I move my cursor, you can see that the numbers at the left bottom corner change. So those numbers actually represent the coordinates of the place where my cursor is. Also, when we have some objects here, as you will see later, by selecting all of the objects, you can actually see how many objects in total you have selected, which sometimes can be a very useful feature. If we move all the way to the right, we'll see lots of colors. Actually, this is just a small fragment of the colors that this software offers us. This here on the right hand side is called the color palette. In the next videos, we'll be working with some of the basic shapes. We will show how to create and how to edit those basic shapes.